marketing landscape is exploding.
Look at the data. More people on more screens.
For more time, using more platforms than ever.
It's not slowing down.
To be successful, you have to understand all the pieces.
Hello everyone, Chris Gummersall with another Atomized marketing series. As you know from previous episodes, I like to get the smartest people I know in the marketing industry and bring their knowledge in front of a camera so that everyone can benefit from it. I'm here today at the world headquarters of Coca-Cola. You may have heard of them, the largest and probably most consumed beverage company in the world. Non-alcoholic, that is. Make sure and put that in
Correct.
there. And I'm with Doug Busk, who is the Group Director of Digital Communications and Social Media here at Coca-Cola, who's obviously exposed to a lot of different types of marketing. When we talk about marketing in the world and all the different elements of it, you probably see a lot. Everything from social to mobile
Absolutely. Yeah.
to traditional to, everything in between. And so I guess first I'd love to just have you tell everybody about what it is you do here, kind of what your day-to-day is like, and,
Sure.
and what your passion points are right now and how they've evolved.
Sure. Well, I have a unique job. It's a fascinating role. My team is responsible for, as the title ascribes, digital communications and social media for the company. So my group is responsible for the digital face of the company via the Coca-ColaCompany.com, at Coca-Cola Co. on Twitter, Coca-Cola Company Journey, which we call Journey, on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and others to come. So we speak to what the company does, why we do it, and the people behind this 130-year-old, 207 countries spanning company you thought you already knew. So it's an awesome role, and every day we're challenged by the stories that we can tell that haven't been told, behind the brand, behind the business, and behind the people that power all of those.
And volume of stories, right? Because you just listed a lot of channels, and I'm sure you guys are pumping out a lot across each one of those.
I mean, on any given day, there are more stories untold, more stories we haven't had a chance to bring to Journey on Coca-ColaCompany.com, to tweet out about, to post in a LinkedIn influencer post on LinkedIn, then we have the opportunity to possibly write up and tell. So, our opportunity is even greater than any of the challenges we face, and that's what keeps us motivated.
Awesome. And you are obviously out in the world a lot. Everyone wants to talk to you about your role and what you do for Coke. So appreciate your time here today.
Yeah, my pleasure.
But most recently, I think yesterday you were at a mobile summit talking about various things. What are some things either that maybe you said on stage there, wish you could kind of project to people, or maybe things you've heard of kind of what's kind of going on and where your
Sure.
focus lies?
I've started jumping back into mobile events, number one, because I spent over a dozen years of my career in mobile product development, both in startups and brands like Coca-Cola. And it dawned on me that, number one, you can take the guy out of mobile, you can't take mobile out of the guy. So I love to be back among, my former tribe. But more importantly, it dawned on me that, Journey is a digital magazine, and we have a network of Journey sites around the world. We actually launched our 25th just earlier this week out of Costa Rica. It's the Latin Center site, so it hosts over half a dozen different countries, mainly Spanish-speaking right now, but more to come out of that location. And when you look at the global reach of Journey and all the work we're doing in market, so these are led by in-market teams. My team in the center simply powers their work and helps spread their best practices around the globe, that we are multimodal in and of ourselves. So by reach of Journey, we are a huge mobile publishing base, and social, frankly, the mode might be mobile, the medium is social. So increasingly we're finding that not only is the readership of Coca-ColaCompany.com and every one of those iterations of Journey around the world in mobile, in tablet, but it's now spreading increasingly to be social first within those, and sometimes, and more often over time, I predict, it will be social only.
Yeah, a lot of screens, a lot of people, a lot of content.
A lot of screens, a lot of screens, and a lot of streams.
Yeah, wow, it's a lot to manage.
Yeah.
Out of all of the formats and screens and things you manage, I'm sure some topics pop up or frustrations. Like, if you could talk to marketers or agencies or partners, like what is the one thing you wish you could just like broadcast to the world and let people know that either is happening or how you feel or something that just needs to be taken into consideration? Maybe it's a little thing, maybe it's a big thing. Like what's one or maybe two things that...
Well, I think one we already touched on, no pun intended, the atomization of publishing means that a publisher, especially a digital publisher, and frankly, if you're a publisher, you need to be a digital publisher. I don't know many analog publishers that are out there doing very well these days. If you're a publisher, you need to focus on where the faces are, and the faces are in social, the eyes are in social, but most importantly, the shares and engagement are in social. So if you look at new capabilities and new interfaces like Facebook Instant Articles, all the way from Google Now cards to Apple News, RSS, it's sort of the revenge of RSS. These are all representations and manifestations of the atomization of publishing. So as a publisher, you need to realize that that's where your readers are, and that's where your readers will, again, and most importantly, engage. So it's all about the share. As a publisher, if you are not focusing on shareable content, I don't know why you're producing content at all. So the biggest trend and influence we have currently is around exactly that. How do we leverage these new environments and these new capabilities in the networks to spread the reach of journey articles around the world? Number two, the rise of visual. We've been saying this, and many people have been saying this for the last 3 years. You simply can't ignore what's happening with Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook being the world's largest photo repository for several years running now, and not realize as a publisher that your future is visual, that you need to start looking at not only snackable, but shareable through the lens of your own eyeballs. If it can't express within a stream in a few seconds, you're not going to get the longer form hook. So this isn't the death of long form, this is simply the incorporation of visual to bring and keep readers with your content.
Absolutely. I mean, I can't imagine someone that's exposed to more of that than you are. I mean, just the transition over the 10, 15, 20 years that's happened of like, oh yeah, here's a little bit of our budget that goes to like the social guys.
Right.
To what you just said has just been such an amazing shift to watch. So, I like to keep these videos short. I would love to sit here and talk for like an hour, and I know we could, and we have. So thank you very much for joining. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure, Chris.
We're going to link up your information somewhere down here, so we'll catch that before you go. How you want people to contact you. And thank you very much for having us at headquarters and for being a part of this series. And for anybody watching, appreciate the comments, the likes, the shares, anything. We're going to keep doing these videos as long as people are watching them. So thank you very much and have a good day.